Greetings, everyone. I didn't get to talk about the James Cameron Avatar movie like I wanted to back in the last video, so I'll just do it now. For those of you who don't know much about it, James Cameron, I think he did movies like Titanic and the Alien movies. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm very sorry. But back in the 90s, he wanted to do Avatar. He had a script wrote out and everything. But unfortunately, CGI technology that would have looked really, really awesome for the big screen that he wanted didn't exist around that time. I'm sure there was some CGI computer graphic stuff, but it just wouldn't have looked very realistic. So he was thinking maybe some synthetic or, some rubber suits or whatever. But, he decided to put that project on hold whenever the technology came around in about 5 or 6 years ago. He was like, I can finally do my vision now. So he got out the script. I don't know if he made any changes or not. And around 2005, I think, he did the language for the alien race, the Na'vi people, which I think consists of 1,000 words, and filmed the movie in 2006, and it was released in 2009. He spent a lot of money making this movie. So, what's this movie even about? Well, a lot of people say it's about a bunch of overgrown smurfs and guns, and a story that is basically freakishly generic. Well, I'll get to the story here right now. It takes place 100-something years in the future, and humanity's basically worn out a lot of its resources. So they send special military and scientific troops of people to a moon called Pandora, which has very much, a lot of life on it. And they basically were sent there to defend the people who were mining the resources. Basically, they were mining the resources without the permission of those who lived there, a race known as the Na'vi. The Na'vi are basically 9 to 10 feet tall. Don't think they have only like 8 fingers. Yeah. And they have a special connection to their planet. The planet itself, Pandora, is connected by okay, you know how you have nerves in the brain that send signals to your body? Well, the planet's basically connected like that, and they have these special tentacles in their hair. Yeah, I know it's unique, but they connect to the planet and all the animals on there to have a special interactive connection with their minds. Now, the world itself they consider to be a deity known as Ewal. Ewal is pretty much what connects the entire planet, but in reality it's really just, I guess, some form of intelligent thinking network of nerves for the planet that can communicate with animals and even the Na'vi people itself. And you can tell that the Na'vi were definitely meant to live on that planet because of the connection. They can also connect to other animals and have a connection with them, and they are able to pretty much tell them with their minds where they want to go and how fast they want to go and blah blah blah. They can feel the breath of the animals and feel the strength of the animals. It's quite interesting, really. Yeah, they basically have a good respect for nature. I know for a fact they are hunters and huntresses. Okay, they use knives, some other types of weapons. The only ones I managed to see in the movie was, I saw a knife and mainly bows and arrows. I'm sure there was other things too, but, it's been a while since I've seen the movie. Anyway, they also sing. I'm sure family might be important to them, I don't know. But like most ancient tribal things, I'm sure they have their major issues. And of course, the humans in the movie are pretty much all portrayed as bad, except for the few hippie ones that are like, oh, screw humanity, we just want to be on their side, yay. Basically, the story itself, people say it's generic because it's pretty much just like Pocahontas. Except instead of having, the red-skinned Native Americans, you have the very tall, very luminescent Na'vi, which are, blue. And for some reason also look like African American as well, and Native American mixed. And by that I mean the tribal African Americans, so I'm not being racist here. Anyway, of course, the humans are portrayed very badly in the movie as being, the evil military that, we're selfish, we're evil, blah blah blah, we don't care about other life forms. Yeah, people of the ancient world of humanity actually did, and a lot of us still do today. Now, there were bad humans in the movie, but that should not ever at all reflect humanity. Anyway, here's something I don't like about the movie. Oh, a few things. One, let's get it straight off right now. People came out crying a few of the times and had what was known, I think, was like Avatar depression. They suffered to the point to where they thought humanity was stupid. The Earth isn't as beautiful as Pandora, and that some people think it's better just to be a Na'vi, and just silly things like that. And some people, who are obviously godless, decided to believe in Ewald just for the sake of ignorance. Okay, let's get one thing off the bat right now. For those of you who think that the Earth is all terrible, hello, it still has a lot of beautiful epicness about it. A lot of beautiful things, I should say. Such as the Celtic fields of Ireland, the cherry blossoms of Japan, beaches, and, calm, beautiful countrysides. If you can't appreciate that, then how can you, appreciate what is, true? I mean, that's true. Pandora's fake. And would you really want to live on a planet where you get attacked by a bunch of giant, creatures that are the size of elephants? And creatures with freakishly huge fangs that are bigger or as big as an ancient saber-toothed tiger? I don't think you would enjoy it that much. A lot of you would definitely miss your iPods and think, oh, this is cool. But a lot of you lazy hippies would be like, I don't want to work, I don't want to kill to eat, I just want to be an ignorant hippie who gets high off connecting my tentacles to the plants and communicating with them. Heh. Yeah. Yeah, why don't you shut up and, grow up? Plus the whole hating humanity thing. Oh yeah, okay, I'll admit the Na'vi have their strong and epic advantages. That's just on their planet. They're made for that planet, which is technically a moon. If they were on any other planet, odds are they would stick out like a sore thumb. Humanity, let's see, we have technology. And a lot of humans out there still appreciate the non-technological way, but can use technology when it's, needed, like in certain emergencies and whatnot. Let's see, we're redeemed by the blood of Christ. In the Predator movies, we kick some butt. We have the ability not to be slandered by certain racial features, but grow in our own selves. Like, we can do pretty much anything if we put our minds to it. And hello, ever heard of the power of the human spirit? Yeah. The Na'vi don't have the human spirit. They're humanoid, but still, human spirit rules. Heh. And let's see, y'all. About the whole Ewald factor, let's get one thing straight. Here's something I can't, talk about enough. For one thing, people want to be a Na'vi because they think being human is bad. No. Being human is not bad. It's just how you live your life. Trust me, you think the Na'vi, if they were real, were peaceful for millions of years, as the movie says? I mean, look at the movie. There were divided tribes. Who says they didn't have war? Who says they didn't have cannibalism? Duh. How can you appreciate being something else when you can't even appreciate your own humanity? Exactly. And as for the whole Ewald thing, Ewald is not real. Even if Ewald was real, it's nothing more than a bunch of nerves connecting the planet and animals together, even though Pandora's more of a moon, not a planet. But it's a pretty cool moon, I'll give it that much. But anyway, Ewald is not real, Na'vi are not real, so don't think you ever were or will be a Na'vi. You want to cosplay as one? Sure. Cosplaying is fun, and you can cosplay as a Na'vi, but don't think you're an actual Na'vi. Seriously. It's ridiculous. Appreciate your humanity and learn the awesomeness of the human spirit. I do like the fact that the Na'vi girls are actually pretty cute, and the fact that the movie has cool action scenes. And even though the story was generic, it was still pretty nice. The CGI was epic. And also, remember people, God is real and He does love you. God bless, Jesus loves, thanks for listening, fare thee well.